Hey everybody, welcome back. Sean Parker. Hey, I wanted to have a brief discussion today, but before I get into that, I wanted to thank everybody that we had a little bit of fun last night with Fireside Chat. Hope you caught that. Today what I want to talk a little bit about is basically making money, right? So if there's anybody here right now that is interested in making money or likes to make money, do me a favor. Type a 1 down in the chat bar at the bottom of your screen for me. If you don't like making money, type 2, and that way we can all kind of chuckle at you. In all seriousness, though, today what I do want to talk about is not just making money, the act of making money, but what it means to make money, how you make money. And maybe at the end here we'll have an opportunity for you to make some money, right? So first thing that I'd like you to do is have a little fun with this. We've got people from all over the U.S. that are signing into these things, which again, thanks for joining me for these discussions. So do me a favor, down in the comments bar, after you've typed 1 or 2, whether you like making money or don't like making money, type in where your hometown is from, if you don't mind. So I'm reaching out to you guys from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you just type which city that you're from, it'll give everybody kind of an idea of where everybody's joining us from. So thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. The glasses are somewhat new. And as sophisticated as they might look, I am rather unsophisticated because being the smart guy that I am, I sat on them the first week that I had them. So, hey, Donise from Spring. Donise went to my high school. How are you, Donise? Jesse, Grandview, Washington. Well, great Washington State up there. Good to see you. Jeff Weeks from Denver, Colorado. Good to see you out there, bud. Okay, so hey, real quick, I'm gonna, many of you, I don't want to insult your intelligence, right? Maybe you've had accounting or finance classes. Some of you might even be degreed in that stuff. Others have gleaned and learned it being in business. Some people haven't, though, right? So that's simply what I want to have a discussion about is what does it mean to make money? And so very quick discussion on that, again, with an effort to hopefully add a little value here for people to take away. Little bit. Jesse says he's used to me insulting him. Some things never change, Jesse. So what I want to talk about is when we talk about really the difference between revenue and profit, okay? Or some of you may have heard the term top line or bottom line, like, hey, we really want to reduce spending to our bottom line, right? Or, hey, we need to grow our top line, right? You hear that thrown around. Really, what we're talking about there is revenue, okay? And revenue fundamentally can be used by selling goods or providing services or any combination of both of those, right? So whatever you charge somebody and whatever your customer pays you, that comes into your top line, which is the top of your accounting balance sheet. We call that revenue, right? Shawnee says credit cards are revenue. No, Shawnee, not unless you're a major bank, they're not. For you, that's probably a cost, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. So revenue, anything coming in, right? Revenue stream, money coming in to your pocket, to your business by providing goods, services, or any combination of those is what we like to call revenue. Okay. Now, bottom line. What in the world is bottom line? Well, bottom line is just the exact flip of that, right? So that's what we call cost, right? And if you're providing goods, then that would be your cost of goods sold, or what you might hear called COGS. And so whatever it costs you, whatever cost you have baked into the production, delivery, and execution of those goods would be COGS, right? So we've got, Shawnee, yes, you do have to pay credit cards back. COGS. So that might be production labor, right? That would be a cost. If you're running a business through Amazon, your shipping costs, that's a cost of goods sold, right? So anything that you're having to spend or money going out is going to be that cost associated with your goods and or services. Jack Springer, how are you? I doubt that I said an Obama line. I doubt it. I'm not going to get political on here, but I wouldn't bank on me saying an Obama. Probably not. So earlier I said we're going to differentiate between revenue and profit, right? And this is what the whole point is I think sometimes people confuse the two, or they errantly use them interchangeably when in fact they're not the same thing. So revenue is your top line. That's all that money coming in. COGS is your bottom line. That's your cost. And then the difference of that would be your profit or your net profit, or some people just shorten it to net, right? So that's very different, okay? So your revenue can be very, very high, but if your COGS is equivalent or more than that, then you'd be operating in the red versus in the black, right? So the idea of stretching your margin or growing your money is to increase your top line and to shrink your bottom line, which in fact creates a wider margin or net margin or profit margin, right? So in review, revenue, income, cost of goods or services, that's what you're spending. The difference is going to be your profit. So why does this matter? Because there's an opportunity that hopefully you guys may or may not have an interest in, but if you do, you can reach out to me directly, but there's an opportunity where to make money based on this company's revenue, not their profit, right? So many of you would hear about profit sharing, and that is in fact when companies set up a compensation model to where everybody makes their regular pay, and then after that, if the company has any leftover profit, then they take that and they take a portion of it and divvy it up amongst their employees. When in fact what I'm presenting, for anybody that might be interested, has to do with revenue sharing, which obviously is a much bigger number, right? So it doesn't factor in the cost of goods or cost of services into that number. It's just straight up for that. So don't really want to dwell on that on here. If anybody has an interest in hearing more about that, we can take it offline. If you do have an interest, type 1 or I'm interested down in the comment bar, and I can reach out to you. If you don't have an interest, you don't have to type anything at all on that. But again, if nothing else, whatever business that you are in, or if you're thinking about getting into business, or if you're sitting down and you're having discussions with people that are discussing business, if you weren't already familiar with these terms, hopefully I put that in a very nuts and bolts way that you can take that information and contribute to the discussions. So really want to thank everybody again for joining. I'm hoping to, again, come up with content and topics each day that maybe will add just little nuggets of value for you. If you're liking these, there is a share button at the bottom of your screen. I'd appreciate it very much if you'd hit share, and that will allow us to take these little messages and send them out further to your networks, because who knows, there just may be some people in your network that would benefit somehow. So anyway, you guys are all my friends and family. I love you very much. I appreciate very much seeing the names popping up at the bottom of the screen. It's always good to hear from you. So give me a shout. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.